Weather Channel. And now back to Timeless Music on 95.7 FM. The Ride.
All right, everybody. Good morning to you. How are you doing? Good morning, little Adam. I know you got the sun. We got some sun today. It's a sunny morning, and when I drive around in the 7 o'clock hour now, there's a lot of sun blasting in, so we'll just have to deal with that. Are we on? Oh, yeah, we're on. Okay. Just want to make sure we're on. It's not really a rant today. I want to discuss the Cammy Awards, okay? What do we have? We had the Boyd Awards, I think, originally, and then last year we changed them to the Cammy Awards, and my good buddy Aaron there from Tennessee, was the producer. He produced all the video. He produced it, and he did a magnificent job, and what do I say? They were just wonderful last year. This year, Aaron said he didn't want to be involved in it. He's got other things to do. He's got a real job. He's got other stuff in his life going on, and I totally get it. And plus, it's been a weird year with the pandemic and the elections and all that, so, it's kind of a funky year anyway. So I've decided we're going to do the Cammy Awards, but it's going to be the pandemic version. It's going to be very low-key, and it's going to be a completely different event than it was last year, okay? So, what we're going to do this year is there's only going to be a couple of categories. I'm not sure yet. Yeah, I'm still thinking about it, okay? I'm not sure how many categories we're going to have. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, I don't know. It may be as low as 5, it may be as many as 10, just to see what I want to do. The other thing it's going to be completely write-in. Okay, we are not going to suggest anybody to vote for, all right? We are going to have categories, and then you can write in. It'll all be write-ins, okay? All the votes must be sent. This is capital letters now, okay? All the votes must be sent to my camodave at gmx.com email address. Do not send them to any of my other email addresses, because I do have several. Don't send them to Gmail. Don't send them to Hotmail or Outlook or wherever. They must go to camodave at gmx.com, all right? That is what we have to do. The other thing is, too, I will have a 3-day period for you to vote in each of these categories, okay? Ooh, you get through a yellow light here. Woo-hoo-hoo. So anyway, you will have a 3-day period to vote on each category, and you can write in whoever you want. But you must, okay, here's another thing. Only submit, whatever the category is, just submit one nomad, okay? Do not give me a list of, if whatever the category is, give me a list of, oh, here's my 5 that I don't like or do like or things or whatever the category is. You must give me a list. You must only provide one name, all right? One, just make one choice. And then you may either just leave it like that, or you may write a comment or something and tell me why you chose that one particular nomad to be the winner in that particular category, okay? That's what we're going to do. All right? And then once those 3 days are gone, if you send me anything more that comes in on that particular question, I'm not going to count it, okay? Now, I realize that when I do these, and what I'm going to do is a video like this one, where I'm going to do that in just a second, give you the first category, okay? All right, so, got it? You're going to have a 3-day period, roughly, to submit your vote. Only pick one nomad to vote for. Don't give me a list of 10 of them. Well, I don't like so-and-so, and I don't like so-and-so, and I don't like so-and-so, and I don't like so-and-so. I only want one. And you may either just leave it at that, or you may give me a little paragraph or something and tell me why. And I may read one of those in the awards. Again, everybody's going to be confidential. I'm not going to reveal anybody's vote. I'm not going to give your email address or your name or anything, okay? So when I do the show, and again, I'm not quite sure how I'm going to do the show. I may do the show in several parts. Like I'm doing the questions in several parts. I may do the show in several parts. So anyway, so we're going to have the voting through the end of November and into early December. And then sometime a week or so before Christmas, I'll start posting the videos with the winners in them and who won by how much and who was not, who was written in and whatever. So that's kind of how it's going to be going. You know, we may do a little funky stuff in there, and we may do some other side parody categories and things like that. But that's pretty much how it's going to work, okay? So, again, write-ins only. I'm going to give you and all the categories are going to be very, very broad. You must send your entries in to camodave@gmx.com. I'm going to ask that everybody only submit one vote per category. However, there's no way I can enforce that. You know, people have multiple email addresses, and there's just no way I can enforce it. But, you know, we'll just ask you, please just don't submit. Don't, you know, you don't like a certain nomad, just write his name or her name and then just over and over and over and over and over and over send me stuff. If I can tell that the votes are the ballot box is being stuffed, your votes will be ignored, okay? So don't do that, okay? Do not do that, okay? So yeah, if I can easily tell, make it hard for me to tell. If I can easily tell that your votes are being, you're just voting over and over and over and over and over and over, and you send me 50 nominations for the same person over and over, yeah, I'm going to trash them all, okay? Vote once, send your vote into camodave@gmx.com, and in your vote, only make and then, you know, name one person. I don't want long laundry lists. Okay, here we go. Here comes the sunblast. Sunblast! Luckily, I got my hat on today. Ah, this is bad. Boy, that is bad. That is, woohoo! Okay, now we got the trees coming up. Okay, the trees are coming up. Anyway. And send everything to camodave@gmx.com. Now, you can comment. If you want to comment, write some crazy stuff in the comments of this video here that references, you know, who your least favorite nomad is or whatever. That's okay too, okay? But those aren't going to count. A comment on the Camodave comments is not going to count in the vote. The only votes I'm going to count are the votes that are sent to camodave@gmx.com. That's all. It's the only votes I'm going to count. If you put a vote in the comments of this video, it ain't going to count. Okay? I'm not counting any votes. You can make a comment. You know, I'm not turning the comments off on this channel. If you want to make some comments and relevant stuff about what's going on with the nomads and reference the question that I'm going to ask, that's okay. But they're not going to count in the voting, okay? So, the only way to count in the voting, you must send an email to camodave@gmx.com, and it must be within the specific dates that I'm going to tell you. And you can list only one person, okay? And, yeah, that's about it. Oh my goodness, the sun is just, it's not the sun in the sky, it's the Son of God. Remember that line from Star Trek? I think Uhura said that. Anyway, all right, so folks, I'm going to go into Wally World, get a couple things. And then I'm going to come back out here in a couple seconds. It'll be 20 minutes for me. And then I'm going to give you what the first question will be. Okay? The first category will be. And then you can start getting your poison pens ready. Okay? Cammy Awards coming up real soon. Okay? First question of the Cammy Awards. I'm going to run into Walmart. And then I'm coming back. And then I'm going to give you the question. And then remind you again how to make a legitimate vote. Okay? All right, and then, you know, I don't know. I'm thinking that we'll have the, I'm not quite sure how we're going to do the presentation. I'm probably going to divide it up into as many little videos as I can because that'll get me the most views. If I just do one show, it's only going to count once. But if I do, if I reveal every category, the results of every category sometime in, you know, right the week before Christmas, I'll get more views, okay? So we'll probably do a whole bunch of videos on the Cammy Awards this year. Maybe a dozen or 2 dozen, I don't know. They'll be short and sweet. But this one here is giving you the basic deets of how the voting's going to go. Okay, I'm going to repeat it one more time. Your entry must be submitted to camodave@gmx.com. They'll all be write-ins. You can only vote, whenever you submit an entry, only list one person. I don't want lists, okay? Well, you said that, you know, I only want one person. And then you may make a little paragraph and explain your vote. And there will be a couple of day period, 3-day period to vote. And I do not want to see multiple votes by the same person, because those will all be disqualified if I see that, okay? Now, if you have several email addresses and can disguise it, there's no way I can do anything about that. But if I see somebody repeatedly voting for the same person over and over and over and over again with the same email address, any suspicious votes will be declined and thrown away, and then we'll file federal charges against you for ballot stuffing. All right. It's election. The election ain't over. It's now the camodave Cammy Awards election. And so, yeah, it's still kind of all up in the air, but it'll all congeal as we get going. All right, running into Walmart. Gotta put my mask on. And I will be right back. I needed to buy some underwear. I know. And it's very hard to find the underwear you like in medium or even large. I mean, every size they had in there was either very small, or very, very extra large. It's hard to find a lot of... I wanted to get a couple flannel shirts, too, because I love to wear the clashing flannel shirts with my camo pants, and they were only $9, but I really had to search for a medium. You know, it was a really big search. There was all extra larges and maybe a couple very smalls, and I did actually find the only 2 mediums there. Anyway, okay, so now category. This is gonna be what you. This is gonna be crazy. Category. This is the first category. Okay. So what you have to do when you vote on this is send an email to camodave@gmx.com, and on the subject line or in the top of the email put Cammy, C-A-M-M-Y 1. Okay, the number 1. This is question number 1. That's all you got to put. Cammy 1, Cammy 1, Cammy 1, Cammy 1. That's all you got to put. Cammy 1, and you got to send it to camodave@gmx.com or it won't be counted. Okay, and only 1 vote. Okay, only one selection. Okay, and the question is, which nomad have you seen the biggest decline, the biggest declining channel this year? And I mean in terms of interest, in terms of their content, whatever. The biggest channel that's gone down the toilet. Yeah, the channel that seems, to, in your opinion, has gone the most down the toilet. Less content, doing the same old, fewer videos, just a channel that, you used to be interested in, and now you're not, or not as much. You may still be subscribed, but you just find them harder and harder to watch. The biggest decline in a channel. All right, the channel that's gone down the toilet the most in 2020. All right? That's what we're going to, that is our question. The biggest decline. All right, so that's question number 1. So what you do, it could be, and it could be anything. It could be the content isn't as good anymore. They're doing too much e-begging. They disappeared. They're not posting very much anymore, or they're posting too much and it's all just garbagey crap. Okay, but you only select one channel, okay? And it must be a nomadic channel, all right? That is a technicality because you cannot select the Camo Dave channel. Camo Dave channel, if you select the Camo Dave channel, it won't count because I am not a nomadic channel. Or it has to be someone who's typically a nomad or a former nomad, okay? They have to be a nomad. All right, so only voting for nomads. Do not vote for other types of YouTube channels. Only vote for nomads. Okay, so that is the category, Cat 1. So what you want to do is go to camodave@gmx.com, put Cammy, C-A-M-M-Y, Cat 1 or Cammy 1, Cammy 1, just Cammy 1, and then put down in capital letters who you vote for. Must be a nomadic channel, and that's all you got to do. And if you want to write a couple sentences about why you selected who or whoever, go ahead and do that. All right? Now, you can write comments in this video below with who you think might be best that way, who you want to vote for, but it will not count, okay? The only votes that will count will be the ones that are sent to camodave@gmx.com, with Cammy1 on the subject line, okay? Cammy1. Now, your votes must be in by the 20th of November 2020. Today's the 17th. You have the 18th, the 19th, and the 20th. All right? So, Cammy1 by the 20th. All right? I will not accept any votes for the Cammy1 category after the 20th. What is this stinking... Jeez Louise. I got to get some more tape. All right, so you got it? I'm going to repeat it because I know people are going to send stuff to my other email addresses. I know people are going to ignore the rules and put their votes in the comments below. You can write comments. You can make all the comments you want about who the nomad that has had the biggest decline in 2020, but it won't count as a vote. The only votes that will count will be the ones that are sent to camodave@gmx.com with Cammy1 on the subject line, and then your one vote, all right? If you list me 4 different channels, I'm not going to count the vote, okay? It has to be one. Only one. You go, oh, I don't like so-and-so and so-and-so and so-and-so and so-and-so. That's not, you're not going to get 4 votes in that way, okay? I will tabulate the votes for all those things, and then sometime in late December or sometime the week before Christmas, we'll have a show or a series of shows where we will reveal the winners. Now, I want to get the negative E categories out of the way first, okay? Yeah, we got some negative E categories. They're not going to be too terribly negative E. Negative E. What? That's not a word. And then we'll get to positive ones, okay? We'll have ones you like, channels you like, whatever. And they're all going to be very broad and stuff like that. And we'll have a few parody things in there too. But that's the first category for the Cammies of 2020. If I said 2021, I'm sorry. I may have said that. The Cammies of 2020. Category 1, the channel that you think has had the biggest decline in terms of interest, in terms of whatever. You've come close to unsubbing, you've unsubbed, whatever. But give me only one biggest decline channel. It must be a nomadic channel. It can't be don't put KC Neistat or Suspicious Observers or some other channel. It must be a nomadic channel or a previous nomadic channel. It can be somebody who stopped being nomadic, but they're thought of as a more or less nomad. Okay, so that's the category, and I will repeat it. Send your entry to camodave@gmx.com. It must be received by the 20th of November 2020. You must only vote for one person. I would appreciate it if you would only submit one email and don't try to rig stuff the ballot boxes. But if you have separate emails, addresses, and stuff like that, if I notice anybody that I can see intentionally that they are trying to submit multiple votes, especially just keep hitting the resend button, you can resend 20 votes in a row. No, all those votes will be thrown out, okay? If I suspect any ballot stuffing, your vote will be thrown out. However, if you submit votes with separate email addresses and I can't logically tell whether you're stuffing the ballot, I can't do anything about that. All right? If somebody wants to go on their Facebook page and make a campaign for a particular nomad or against a particular nomad, and all the emails come in on different all the votes come in on different email addresses, there's nothing I can do about that. So, what the heck? So, yeah, we don't have an electoral college here. Anyway, so that's it. All right. Nomad, the biggest decline in their channel in 2020. One vote, camodave@gmx.com. Cammy1 is the category. And voting ends on the 20th. And again, you can comment in the comments below, but your comment will not count as a vote. The only votes that will count are the ones that are sent to camodave@gmx.com. You got it? Okay. Ooh. We got a really nice parking spot here. I got to carry a lot of groceries in. All right, folks. And then we will, we'll announce sometime in December when we're going to have the awards ceremonies. We may have, as I said, a bunch of different awards ceremonies. I mean, not going to be a ceremony, but unless Aaron changes his mind, and Aaron could change his mind, but I'm not betting on it because it's already the middle of November. And Aaron, happy Thanksgiving, Aaron. We hope he has a good time. We like Aaron a lot, but I get it. By the way, if you would like to get one of these gorgeous, we got a whole bunch more from Mr. Rockford. Camo Dave News Army cards. Again, the News Army is just give me information about nomads, what you're hearing. If you're at a court site, give me some dirt. Okay, just, all I want is just newsy, dirt, gossipy stuff. So anyway, join the Camo Dave News Army. You can get one of these by PayPaling me. I'll put the PayPal in the description below. PayPal me $4.99 or more, and then send me your address at camodave@gmx.com, and I will mail you one of these. And Mr. Rockford sent me a bunch of postage paid envelopes too, so I got a whole bunch of them. But these first batch of 20 cards ran out real fast, and now we got another batch. So if you want one of these, act fast. This will be worth something someday. And let me know if you want me to sign the back or something, and me and Crotchy can do that. All right, folks, that's it. Cammy Awards has started. CAMMY Awards. Don't forget, vote. Question number 1. Cammy won. Who is the nomad that has declined the most? It must be a nomad in 2020. In whatever way, the channel has gone down the TOILET, and only nominate one person. It's all write-in. I'm not going to make any suggestions. You can write in whoever you want, and then I will tally them up. Your votes must be in by the 20th, which is Friday, November the 20th, right? It's Thursday, 7th, 18th, 19th, 20th. Yeah, must be in by the 20th. All right? November 20th. And they must be submitted to camodave@gmx.com. And I'll remind, because I know there are always going to be people who are going to be sending stuff to my other email addresses. People are going to put votes in the comments below. You can do that. That's okay, but it's not going to count. All right? All right. Thanks for listening. Have a great one. Vlog under.